In this episode, we are going to take a look at all the steps that I did to build, paint, and DCC install this Kato SD40-2 Visitor from the East project. The first part of the project was to strip the paint of this Kato SD40-2. We started out with a stock BNSF snoot nose unit. This is a mid-production unit with a corrugated radiator inlets, and we bead blasted the shell with a Badger bead blast unit, and worked out just great. Then we moved on to the nose job. Are you guys concerned about the appearance of your nose? Is it too long? Is it too short? Does it have glass lights? Should it not have glass lights? We replaced the stock short hood with a Canon Company 88-inch nose kit. Here I am walking through the detail parts with that kit, and then test fitting the nose onto the shell after cutting off the snoot nose. And then we prepared the locomotive shell for some detail parts. Here I am drilling out the wire lift rings. We used Cal scale lift rings on this project. And then we moved over to do some more detail parts, grab irons, MU hoses, anti-climber, plow, cut levers, things like that. Here I am doing the preparing to install the anti-climber on the front of the plow, or the front of the front pilot, and setting it in place. And then we moved on to some other road-specific detail parts, the air horn, the signal box on the front porch, as well as a few other things. Then we moved on to primer. I sprayed rattle can Krylon or Rust-Oleum on a very nice day in November, outdoors you might know. And then we moved on to airbrushing on blue Tru-Color paint. This is only my second or third experience painting Tru-Color paint, and I must say that the experience was pretty positive. That paint goes on really wonderfully. I had to adapt some of my skills cleaning up the airbrush. Then here we are masking. I took a great deal of flack on the blue painter's tape. I learned from this project that there is such a thing as Tamiya painter's tape or modeling tape. And here I am inside. We're airbrushing acrylic engine black now on the non-blue. Then we moved on to install a Soundtraxx decoder. I ended up using LEDs and fiber optics to provide lighting on this project. Surface mount LEDs for the marker lights in the nose, and explaining how the fiber optics will be routed. We moved on to decaling the unit. We used 3 sets of Microscale decals for this project. Only one Conrail set, one BN set, and I forget the other one that we used, but there's actually 3 sets involved here. Then we moved on to weathering. I started out with a coat of dull coat, and here I am before we got started with the dull coat with the painting the step edges, dull coated, and then used powdered chalks, artist chalks for the powdered weathering, and trying to touch up the roof line here at this point, making everything grimy and black. Then I finished off with what I'm calling enchilada sauce. That's my version of the second section's taco sauce. Enchilada sauce to me is polyester roof brown. I put it on everything. And here I am applying it with an airbrush to the engine around the undercarriage primarily to make things nice and dirty down there. And a little bit on the top as well, doesn't hurt. Then we moved on to final assembly. And trying to fit the cab and everything together, and I ended up not using the Kato stock weight inside the top of the shell. There just was too much other stuff going on in there to be able to use that. Then we moved on to a test run out on the layout. Then I explained the 5 reasons why I actually did this unit, and I'm going to add a 6th one later. But reason number 5. Actually, it's rule number 1. It's my railroad. And I kind of like, Then I added some justification for why I actually did this unit and why I have it in my roster. Well, here's the point where we've reached the time to pull the pin. If you like the content here, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe for more great model railroading content. Leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.